at 85-54. Good afternoon and welcome to the FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian Qualifiers. We are here in Bangalore, India. India taking on Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia win the tip. They go inside. Nice patience there by the big man. Isn't able to convert, but is able to draw the foul. So Mina picking up his first foul, and 2 free throw opportunities here for Saudi Arabia, as Suwelem is at the free throw line. He makes the first of 2. Misses the second as Mina pulls down the rebound. And now India with a chance to get on the board. So they have the ball up the court, pass it back. They want to set up their offense now. Little stagger screen option. Nothing, gets it back. Big man's rolling, nice little hesitation. Tough shot, and that's gonna be a block as Saudi Arabia out now running, pushing the tempo off the mark. Now India with an opportunity. To Krishnan, wants a screen, penetrates, kicks, finds the shooter. Bek Hafiz, his shot is off. And now Abdel Gabar, as I talked about, probably been one of the most consistent and best players, averaging just under 12 points a game for his team in this competition. And nice extra pass, and that one counts for Muthu Krishnan. And ball was last touched by a white jersey, so it's gonna stay here with 17 seconds on the shot clock. Strong take, nice finish off the glass as Abdel Gabar gets his first 2 points of the game and ties it with that layup. 3 apiece, just under 2 minutes gone in this game. Oh, nice pass underneath. Mina can't finish, another block, I think. But they get the ball back, and just a little bit of a reach-in foul while he was shooting. So he's gonna get to go to the free throw line, and that foul is gonna go against Mantna Al-Marwani. I believe, yeah, there you see it, Al-Marwani. First foul, number 6. And that shot's off the mark. They come up with the rebound, and miscommunication as thrown the ball out of bounds. Abdel Gabar gets it back. Big man rolling to go inside to him. And pretty good defense. I think he wanted the foul, but nice awareness. He gets the shot off. As Al-Suwelem has his first 2 points in this game. Tough shot off the mark. Great job flying in for that rebound is Rawat Singh. A little bit slow to get up. Look at this, no one boxes him out. Not sure if it's considered a, no. Thought maybe he was trying to shoot, but the referee says no, the foul was on the rebound. So they get the ball in. Krishnan, nice little layup off the glass. Some full court pressure here. Maybe a little bit of over pressure as Abdel Gabar had a layup, missed it, and then just reaches in and picks up a silly foul, maybe. A little bit of frustration. Knows he missed an opportunity for 2 points. Now India, slight 1-point lead. Tough shot, well read. Turnover there by India, and that leads to this, folks. Good defense leads to better offense, I always say, so good job there by Al Marwani. Beg Hafiz to and not sure if that's going to count. No, the referee says it was on the on the floor, as the bench liked that action. And then it's the last 3-point basket by Bek Hafiz there. So now Saudi Arabia with a chance to tie or take the lead. Abdel Gabar lets it go. Trying to go inside, I think, and they do. And great, strong move. Not much you can do if you're number 45, Mina, and not giving up a whole lot of inches or centimeters, but he's definitely giving up some pounds underneath, having to try and guard Mohamed Ais Suwalam. As Ais Suwalam misses his first attempt of 2. And Mina now has 2 personal fouls, number 45 for India, but he's staying in the game as Al Suwalam makes his second attempt. He's 2 of 4, only 50%. And nice strong take. Not able to finish. Not sure he was standing straight up. There was a lot of contact. Let's take a look here. Well, he was inside the charge circle, so I think that is a good call by the referee. And the second one rolls in, so now India back out on top, 10-8, with just over 5 minutes here to play in the first half. And no surprise, you see number 12, the big man, Al Suwalam, having to come out because he does have those 2 fouls, while India's big man, Meenam, Mina, excuse me, is going to stay in the game, but India now into a 2-3 zone, maybe to protect him a little bit as well. And that's going to be a defensive rebounding foul going against Rawat. And yeah, a little bit too excited. Fortunately, that's going to be a turnover. And now just beating the press, they go inside, easy finish. So nice little start here. That's a 12-8 lead for India as you see them jumping back into that zone. And I think it is because they want to keep the big young man in the game and don't want him to pick up his third foul as he is playing with 2 fouls already. There you see his easy bucket. We saw a couple dunking highlights of his in the warm-up just before this game started. And nice kiss off the glass is Muthu Krishnal. And Patience, ball reversal, nice little pass inside. Baseline penetration. Oh, nice shot there by number 15, Rawat. You saw him look down and said, oh, my feet are on the line. Let me just take a little dribble backwards and make it a 3-pointer instead of a long 2. So good job there by that guy. And, well, skip pass was well over the head of Rashid. There you see, he looks down, takes a step back, and it's nothing but net. And a great start, 17-10 for India. India looking for that first win in this competition. Could it come tonight on their last possible chance to get a win in these games? Well, that 3-point shot was well contested and off the mark, so now Saudi Arabia with a chance to push the tempo. They find their shooter, but his shot is off the back of the iron. Offensive rebound, so they're going to get another chance as number 12 is checked back into the game. Nice give and go action there. And beautiful pass as Al Marwani is the recipient, and he gets 2 points. And how about this defense, which just cannot be converted. Mina, the lefty, that shot's off the mark. Abdul Gabbar. Didn't know if that was a shot. Oh, that's gonna be an over the back, easy call for the referee, miscommunication. Not sure it was intended for the cutter, but the cutter accidentally touched it and it went into the backcourt. Look at this, how about that? When you have a big man who can drop dimes like that, always easy to play with a post player who, 1, is unselfish, and 2, is also capable of passing and making the right reads. Ball's inside, down low to Mina. He kicks it out to Singh. Singh reverses the ball. On-ball screen action here. And, yep, that's definitely going to be a travel. So ball back to Saudi Arabia as they're trailing by 5. Still 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. And India staying in that zone. Well, Mina can't foul. And when you can't foul or be physical, oh, but look at this, no get back defense. Oh, no, it's gonna be goaltending as I think he touched the ball after it had touched the backboard, but not really what you want to see after a made basket, though. Nice heads-up play and touchdown pass almost on that inbounds, but not good job getting back on defense by Saudi Arabia. And travel. So India with a chance to extend this lead of theirs. Oh, offensive foul. I thought it was going to be a holding call by the defender, but no, they're saying the offense pushed off. So number 10, yeah, Mathu Krishnan, that's his second personal foul. So right now you have a couple important players for India who are staying in the game, it looks like, and they're going to play out this quarter, but they have 2 fouls apiece, and that is number 10 and number 45 for India. And you imagine if they pick up their third in the first quarter, that is not going to be a good sign. Offensive rebound, easy putback for the big man. And Saudi Arabia now slowly coming back into this game, finding the rhythm a little bit more. I think they're more aggressive. Keep in mind, I kept talking about the fouls. Al-Suwailam with that point, but he has 8 points, but he also has 2 fouls. So again, you don't want to see a player pick up their third foul, especially in the first quarter. And ball will stay this end of the court. And staying in the zone. Nice defense is Mina, who probably won't be credited with the steal, but he definitely is the one who tipped the ball to his teammate. Well, good defense, as Mina has to put the shot up from the elbow as the shot clock was winding down. And that will be the end of the first quarter. Nice start for India. They have to be happy with the way that they have come out and battled in this first 10 minutes, as they are up on Saudi Arabia 19-16.
The score is India 19, Saudi Arabia 16.
We'll get a quick look at some stats from the first quarter. So there you see the field goals. Both teams shooting 7 of 15 from the field. 3-point shots, though, India knocking down 3 compared to 0 for Saudi Arabia. Also, both teams with 5 turnovers apiece. So it's quite a lot. Not surprising in the first quarter, but if you continue to average 5 every quarter, finishing with 20 turnovers is yeah, you just take away opportunities to score, as that guy has been great for Saudi Arabia, number 12, Mohammed Al-Suwailam. He has 8 points, 3 of 3 shooting, but as I mentioned, he does have 2 fouls, so gonna have to be careful here. There's still 10 more minutes left to be played before halftime, and you would hate to see him have to pick up his 3rd foul. Well, he's starting on the bench, so that won't happen. Hey, take a photo of that QR code and download your Courtside 1891 app for all the highlights, shout-outs, news, basketball related. Well, Al-Suwailam, number 12, the star of this game so far for Saudi Arabia, on the bench. And now India to start this second quarter. Nice little attack there by Bek Hafiz. And again, they're staying in this zone that brought them pretty good success. But if Saudi Arabia starts to get a little bit hot from the outside, it could become troublesome, as that is their first three-point basket, and great defensive effort here. So three-point basket, and now pushing the tempo. Can they cut into this lead or take the lead? And yes, they can, as that is a three-point shot. So now we've seen a 6-0 start. No, sorry, 6-2 start, as Saudi Arabia takes their first lead of the game, 21-22 in the first minute of the second quarter. And another turnover for India. Not great get-back defense there, so 6 points, 2 threes on consecutive possessions is the reason why we see Saudi Arabia up 1 over India. And a couple early turnovers by India. They came out to start this quarter and had a nice little basket, 2 points, take to the rim. And since then, it has been all green. And nice little pass there and cut by Al-Marwani. And that shot's off the mark, but it's tipped back out. Nice heads-up play there. Can't come down with the rebound, but if you can tip it to a teammate, it's just as good. And now Abdel Gabbar gives it off. That layup's off the mark, almost turned it over, but now India with a chance to tie it or cut into the lead, but they can't if they do that, as nice hustle getting back on defense, and Abdel Gabbar, oh, what a pass, and no surprise, I think India is gonna call a timeout. So nice little defensive action there, sprinted back, came up with the steal as number 10, Abdel Gabbar, and he hands it off to his teammate, Mohammed, running in for the easy 2-point basket. And now we have a timeout called by India, so let's try and listen in.
Big guy score now, no big guy, we cannot score. Here now know that we only can shoot. We need to score something inside. Inside, run inside. Do something that only him, that is nobody. There no Arvin play, Arvin score. Nobody score. That is go chest, and then motion. Chest motion.
Well, Coach Matic there, talking about defense first, because that's really what wins you a game. Offense is pretty, but if you can defend, you're always going to give yourselves a chance to win. And not great defense to start the quarter for India, as they have given up 10 points already in this quarter and only scored 2 themselves. And nice little 2-point bucket there by Sandhu. And 3-point shot off the front of the rim, but running in for the offensive rebound is Mohammed, and he is able to tie up the ball, and jump ball goes back to Saudi Arabia. Abdel Gabbar gives it up, but that's a travel. So nice defensive possession by India. They're only trailing by 3. It's just they didn't have a great start to this second quarter, and they were up going into the second quarter, and they gave up, pretty sure it was a 10-0 run to Saudi Arabia, and that's why we see them up 3 points right now. Ooh, nice duck-in pass. Was able to hold onto it and score by the big man. That is Aryan. He has 2 points tonight. Now India could take back the lead, and ball was tipped, so it's gonna stay with them though. Couple substitutions, as you saw. 46 checking back into the game, and 6 and 35 going out, getting well-deserved rest. And no foul. And now a 2-on-1 opportunity. And all right. I thought the foul was going to go against Aryan, but the referee said no. He was pushed before. Here, let's take a look. Oh, okay, yeah, so I thought Aryan pushed the person in front of him, but he actually got pushed from behind. So that's why the call went against Saudi Arabia. So now India, again, with a chance to take the lead. Spin move. Finds a shooter in the corner. His shot off the front of the rim. Abdel Gabbar just goes all the way to the basket. No one steps up to defend him. So nice take by him, as he has 4 points already and pushes the lead to 3. And penetration, tried to do the wraparound pass, but it just went out of bounds instead. And what do you think about this for all the coaches watching? Oh no, he's coming out. I was gonna say, is it dangerous to keep number 12, your best man, in the game? You see him going out right now. That's he did pick up his 3rd foul on the previous possession offensively, sorry, that offensive foul he got. So he has 3 fouls, and I agree. I think you got to pull him out, and it's definitely not someone you want to see on the bench, but you also don't want him to pick up his 4th foul and have to play an entire second half with only 1 foul to give. Good defense there, but unfortunately a bad turnover on the other end, as I think it was Beck Hafiz who just couldn't hold on to the ball, and it goes out of bounds. So right back to the men in green. Shots off front of the iron. Now India taking their time here, and reach in foul, which is fine because Saudi Arabia, that's only going to be their 2nd team foul and 1st personal foul for number 55, Ashur. But he's going to come out with that, as you see number 23, Falata, check back into the game. Oh, and another turnover, just slipped through the hands. And a shooting foul is going to be rewarded, as we're going to see number 10, Abdel Gabar, get to go to the free throw line. And there you see the turnover. It was almost like he thought about shooting it before he caught the ball, and the ball just slipped through his hands. And then you see the strong take, drawing the foul by Abdel Gabar on the other end. Well, those free throws. Saudi Arabia now are up 5 with just under 4 minutes left to play before halftime, 25-30. India, they came out, had a good first half, and then they let Saudi Arabia come out, and in the first 2 minutes, they went on a 2-10 scoring run to start this quarter, and that's why we see Saudi Arabia up by 5. India scored 6 points in this quarter compared to just 14 for Saudi Arabia. Skip pass, almost a turnover. It is a turnover. And now another opportunity to extend this lead, and can't make the layup, but he is going to go to the charity stripe. So good job there. Staying aggressive is Falata. And that's going to be the second foul for Hafiz. And I mentioned turnovers at the end of the first quarter. Both teams had 5 turnovers. And I said, you need to be careful, because if you continue like that, you're going to end up with 20 for the game. Well, we still have 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in this quarter. And now India already with 12 turnovers. I think Saudi Arabia definitely have picked up their defense in this second quarter, but also some little miscommunication, ball slipping through the fingers of the players, going out of bounds, or ending up into the hands of Saudi Arabia players. And I'm sure, very sure, that Coach Matic is going to talk about that, because when they get an opportunity to shoot at the basket, good things happen, like that and one layup. But they need to take better care of the basketball so they have more opportunities to score. Nice body control and finish is Matthew Krishnan. Look at this. Great job, as he is able to convert his 3-point play. Nice patience here by Saudi Arabia. And penetration leads to a kick out and a wide open 3. So good patience. I think everyone might have touched the ball on that possession, and it ended up in the hands of Mohammed, and he knocked down the 3. Oh no, excuse me, maybe it was number 23, Falata, who knocked down the 3. And India is out of bounds when they threw the ball in. Well, he stepped just out of bounds on the line, and now we see another player from Saudi Arabia giving the ball right back because he stepped on the line. So I talked about some of those unforced, maybe unnecessary turnovers by India, and that last inbounds play is a perfect example of that. Well, India's sticking around. They're only trailing by 6. Mentioned it, they've shot the ball decently well when they've had a look at the basket, as that 3-point shot is good. So that's 6 points in a row for that man, Matthew Krishnan. And he has 13 points already in this game. And the response, no good, but great offensive rebound. Not able to convert, as now India with a chance to tie it. But that pass is just well off the mark. And an unsportsmanlike foul is going to be called going against Nayak. You see right there, number 3. Let's see this. Did he make a play on the ball? Not really. It's a pretty easy call for the referees if you don't make a play on the ball and you're trying to slow down the fast break opportunity. So 2 free throws, as you see number 3 getting taken out as he just picked up that unsportsmanlike foul. And 2 free throws will be awarded along with the ball. So could be a 5-point swing right here. I also think, you know, a play like that, and referees are really paying attention to the unsportsmanlike foul, especially trying to slow down the fast break, and sort of a youngin' move. I think Nayak is only 19 years old, so he'll learn from that foul. And I'm sure Coach Matic will make sure that he learns his lesson. And now another reaching in foul is going to go against India. And it was on Sandhu. Abdul Gabbar stops, pops, shot off the front of the rim. India come down with the rebound. Now with an opportunity to push it a little bit. Nice pass inside, good control, nice patience is Rawat. So another turnover and a chance with just under a minute and a half yet to play in this second. There's the last basket. Pretty good get-back defense. I think there was just miscommunication and no one actually, one, stopped the ball and then also picked up the man. And that was why we saw an easy basket on the end for India. So now India, again, with a chance to tie or possibly take the lead. And that 3-point shot is well short. So ball back. So great response second part of the second quarter by India as they came out really, really flat. And everything seemed to be going the right way for Saudi Arabia as Abdel Gabbar just turns the ball over. So now India, no need to rush. Take your time, get a good possession, try and have a good look at the basket. Well, Krishnan says, give me the ball, I'll get a good look. He kicks it out, and that's gonna be a travel though. And I talked about the unforced turnovers. In my opinion, that's a little bit of an unforced turnover as that one's gonna go against Singh, number 99. No, roughly 2 possessions left in this basketball game. You want to give yourself a chance to tie or go up, you're going to have to get a defensive stop, and that is not a defensive stop. Nice patience. There's about a 2 to 3 second differential game clock and shot clock. And now another turnover for India. So right now, Saudi Arabia up 4. And they have 18 seconds left on the game clock. You see Coach Matic there throwing his hands up in the air. 5 seconds left. Little penetration kick off the back of the iron. And a foul, though, it's going to be a rebounding foul, is going to be called against India. And I believe that's going to be their 5th team foul. So they're going to put Saudi Arabia on, let's look at this. Yeah, so number 15, you saw him, Singh Rawat, just push from behind, and that's Shubaili, excuse me, at the free throw line. And not able to convert, so they got lucky. Almost came up with the offensive rebound, but no time left on the clock as it's halftime here in India. And nice little start for India. Better second quarter for Saudi Arabia as India are trailing 33-37 at halftime.
The score is Saudi Arabia 37, India 33.
And we'll get a quick look at some stats as the players are heading back to the locker room to recover from the first half. Well, India shooting a good percentage, 60%, 36 is not bad from the three-point range. Rebounds, assists, turnovers has been the Achilles heel for India, though. 16 turnovers, and I would say a good maybe 6, 7, 8 even possibly were unforced, which I mean, it was just, you know, them making mistakes. It wasn't necessarily Saudi Arabia getting up and defending and coming up with these great defensive steals, stepping out of bounds, miscommunication on passes for India. So really, if they get an opportunity to shoot instead of turning it over, they're going to give themselves a real chance to win this game, as you're seeing some of the highlights from this first half. And just talking about some of the top players, obviously Krishnan, number 10 for India, 13 points, 2 of 3 from three-point range. And also number 12 from Saudi Arabia has had a great game, but he's only played 9 minutes because of foul trouble, and that's the big man, Mohammed Al-Suwalim. He has 8 points, but 3 fouls, and he's had to spend a lot of time on the bench because of those fouls. So he's only played 9 minutes, but he's really been a difference maker if he's able to stay out on the court. And also number 6, Al-Marwani, great job coming in. He's knocked down a 3. He's been aggressive, couple offensive rebounds, and got himself to the free throw line. So enjoy these highlights, and we will be back shortly because we got a game for you. India looking for their first win in this competition. Can they get it here tonight? Or are Saudi Arabia going to pull it off? We'll be right back. Also clearly knows the keys to the game, that what we have been talking about, and it really is forcing India into turnovers, and you should win the game. But if India can start to take care of the ball, maybe we'll see a different outcome. Can India get their first win? We'll find out. Welcome back to second half action here in India, as India are taking on Saudi Arabia, and that three-point basket is off the mark, but nice offensive rebound and putback is Rawat. Saudi Arabia, shot clock winding down. They're forced into a turnover, headman pass, well off the mark, but there for the offensive rebound is the star of the first half. That man, number 10, Krishnan. And not sure they're aware of the shot clock, but there's 5 seconds on the shot clock. I think they are, as that three-point shot is good. So a nice 5-0 start coming out of the halftime for India as Singh knocks down a 3-point shot with the shot clock winding down as well. And nice strong take by Abdel Gabbar as he is fouled. So he will go to the free throw line. Who's this foul going to go on? I think it's going to go on Mina, and that might be his 3rd foul. It is. Wonder if he'll stay in the game. And there's that 3-point bucket. And that shot's off the front of the rim. But he's able to make the second. So game now tied at 38 apiece. Nice start here by India. As Krishnan just comes off a stagger, can't convert. You're gonna have to get back because right now Saudi Arabia has numbers, and oh, unfortunately, a travel call. So ball back, missed opportunity definitely, as it was a 3-on-1 fast break there for Saudi Arabia. And I think had that gone in, the continuation might have happened, but nice strong drive by number 15, Rawat. And Al-Swalem, number 12, the big man for Saudi Arabia, starting this second half on the bench. We haven't seen him play a lot, but when he has played, he has been very good. He's only played 9 minutes because of foul trouble, as he has 3 fouls, but 8 points, 3 of 3 from the field. So you'd love to see him get his rhythm back and play for this team in green, because he definitely helps him when he is on the court. That shot's off the mark. And good defense, really nowhere to go for Hafiz, as he almost turns the ball over, but he doesn't. And now Krishnan. Shake and bake, he stops and pops, and that shot's good. Not sure you can defend that any better, but sometimes the best defense is outshined by an even better offense, and that's what we saw right there by number 10. Abdel Gabbar, oh, probably had a shot, but he kicks it out. It's off the front of the rim. Nice hustle for the rebound, but it's gonna go to white ball. So now India with a 4-point lead. Nice start. They've outscored Saudi Arabia 9-1 in the first 3 minutes of this quarter. And this game has been back and forth. India started really well, led for a good part of the first quarter, and then Saudi Arabia really just did what they wanted to do on offense in the second quarter, forced India into a lot of turnovers. But so far, they're taking care of the ball, and that's what we're seeing when they take care of the ball, is that they can score. But that man says, you can't stop me. Nice strong take there by Al-Marwani. He's the top scorer for Saudi Arabia. Look at that. That's difficult. You let him catch that close to the basket with that kind of speed and movement. Nice pass as well. So Hafiz now is going to have to go to the, oh, I thought he was going to go to the bench because he has 3 fouls. But no, that was Mina checking out. He also has 3 fouls. But they also bring in another tall player in Aryan, number 36. And just sort of dragged his pivot foot is Hafiz. So ball back to Saudi Arabia. And Hafiz coming out, getting a little bit of a breather. No call there, but ball stays with Saudi Arabia. And the big man's back in, and like I said, when he's on the court, he's incredibly efficient. Tallest, maybe not the tallest, but he is definitely the biggest and the strongest. And you have seen India struggle trying to defend him, but is he going to be able to stay on the court and not pick up his 4th foul? Nice block. And now a foul. Look at this block. So good job there. Still staying aggressive, even though he already has 3 fouls. Now a little bit of discussion here from the referees. Oh, ball in, 22 seconds on the shot clock. They go inside. And another foul is going to be called. So 2 quick fouls here for India. And I mentioned that they've had a really tough time trying to defend number 12, the post player for Saudi Arabia, Mohammed Al-Zwilam. Well, he can do it inside. He can also do it outside as he knocks down a big 3-point shot and puts Saudi Arabia up 3, 42-45. How about this defense? And it's going to be an 8-second back court violation. So great defensive effort there to prevent India getting the ball over half before 8 seconds. And now 3-point shot is well off the mark. Probably not what they really needed to do. Could have stayed aggressive. So India had a nice start to this quarter. They've cooled off a little bit the last few minutes here. There's still 5 minutes left to play though. Lots of time. As we know, basketball is a game of runs. And that 3-point shot rolls in and out. And another 3-point shot missed. So both teams going a little bit colder now from the 3-point range. I feel like the momentum is swung a little bit and it's in Saudi Arabia's way. That being said, they're still only trailing by 3 and just way too easy. No one stopped the ball. And an easy 2-point bucket as that's gonna turn to a 4-point lead. Big man, keep the ball high. He does. And not able to finish though, as, look at that. You had 4 white jerseys back on defense, but somehow the pass gets through and Mohammed Al-Zwilam just continuing his hot streak. And I said, when he is on the court, he is incredibly dangerous and efficient, and that is no lie, folks. He has played great tonight. He just hasn't played big minutes because of foul trouble. So he currently sits at 15 points, and he has 100% shooting from the field. Well, let's listen in on this timeout.
Open that is immediately. Shit. Okay. Need longer. Not only dribble. We need to move the ball. Move the ball. Play motion. Move the ball. Play one. Play one. Play one. He will not come up. If you 20 come up to jump, give over the 5. 5 or give it to the this side. Just coming other side and then you will come after that. You are first one. And then just read. More penetration. More penetration. We don't have a penetration. More penetration ready to change defense.
Let's go, guys.
Well, coach wants a little bit more penetration. Let's see if it can happen. Look at that. 15 points tonight. 100% from the field. You just saw the statistic for the threes. 1-on-1 from 3. But he's 5 of 5 from 2-point range. Doing a little bit of everything, as there is his block. And his teammates love it. Well, folks, he is human. He does miss, as that shot rolls off the front of the rim and into the hands of the Indian defender. And 3 seconds. Gonna have to put the shot up. That shot is no good. So nice defensive possession there by Saudi Arabia. Seven-point lead. Can they add to that lead? Well, not this time down the court, but nice offensive rebound. So they'll get another opportunity, and they go in to the star of this green team, Saudi Arabia. But unfortunately, that ball is going to go out of bounds. So back to India. Nice control. Well, it was a great bounce pass, but also nice control coming to a 2-foot stop. Unfortunately, can't convert that 3-point play. Well, says if you can do it, I can do it. Unfortunately, just can't finish. We have a 2-on-1 break. Tough shot, not there. But guess who's there for the offensive rebound? It's Krishnan. And he is having a heck of a game for India. And India looking for their first win. Can they pull it off?
That was a good offense there, though. Yeah, we were strong. Make sure that hey, every time Khalid makes this like stride step, or Khalid drives, you guys did a good job of like Ali, make yourself available. That's what we have to cut for. You drive and we have to corner cut. Yeah, make sure that you keep moving off the ball. تمام. حركوا حتى ما تحركت هلا بس خلصوا اللعب. يلا نفرق يرجع عليه. Hey, Swalem, you're back for Tom. Got it? Luca, you got Khalid. All right, there we go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Hey, 54. 54.
Well, let's see what Saudi Arabia can do out of this timeout, as now India has cut their lead to just 3 with just over 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Second missed free throw for the big man. And he misses that one, so that's 3 missed free throws now for him. No one stops the ball. Missed opportunity. It was an easy layup for Hafiz, who was not able to convert. And now a quick three-point shot off the mark, but they get the offensive rebound and turn it over. And now we got numbers almost as Krishnan takes it by himself, can't come up with the basket. And another turnover, a little bit sloppy basketball we're seeing right now. Krishnan drives, misses again. And you see him grab his knees. He might be getting tired, folks. He has had a wonderful game, but he's gonna have to get back and defend, because if you don't, you give up baskets. And that's what just happened right there. Elswilem not shooting well from the charity stripe, the free throw line, but the man is still hot, as he is now 7 of 7 for 17 points, but he's only 2 of 7 from the free throw line. Just under a minute to play in the third quarter. Slight lead, 5-point lead for Saudi Arabia. Game has definitely been back and forth. Oh, what a block. And Krishnan, he's missed a couple, so he gives it up, and that time they don't miss. So nice little layup there by Singh. And they need to dig down, get one defensive stop, and then a good look on the offensive end. They're in a 2-3 zone. Guess what? Saudi Arabia go inside to their big man. He draws the double, kicks it out, and they're probably going to hold it for one shot, as there is only 12 seconds on the game clock. They kick it out to the man of the night for India, Krishnan. Matthew Krishnan penetrates, finds his wide open teammate. Oh, that's off the front of the rim, and it is no good. So Saudi Arabia got lucky there to end the third quarter, as they are barely hanging on to a slight 3-point lead over India.
At the end of the third quarter, the score is...
As India trailing only by 3, 48 to 51 after 30 minutes of play. Some shooting statistics. Neither team shooting the three well, especially in that third quarter. 48%, 57% from 2, 28 and 22% from 3-point range. Look at that, though. Saudi Arabia only 7 of 18 from the free throw line, 39%. So they've gone 10 more times than India. They're just not able to convert. Remember, I talked about India having turnover issues in the first half. So they had 16 turnovers in the first half, and they only had 2 turnovers that entire quarter. So now they have 18. So a much better job taking care of the ball, India is. And really, for Saudi Arabia, you feel like they're maybe the more talented team, but India sticking around, and they really forced, I think they forced Saudi Arabia into about 6 turnovers that half, as they now have 16 turnovers on the game. And if the big man, number 12 right there, if he can stay out of foul trouble, he is gonna have almost a perfect night, as you see him blocking the ball. 17 points, 7 of 7 from the field. I would say his issues are at the free throw line, as he's only 2 of 7. He does have 3 fouls, but there's only 10 minutes left to play in this game. Can India pull off the win? We'll find out. Well, last quarter action underway here in Bangalore, India. And what do? They go inside to the big man, who does not miss, folks. Look at that. 19 points. It's actually 8 of 8 from the field. He was 7 of 7 starting the fourth quarter, so he must be 8 of 8 now. Great job by him. Now India, what is their response? Shot clock's winding down. They're gonna have to get a good look. Running a couple staggers. Ooh, nice little attack. Just not able to finish, and a silly foul, unnecessary foul in my opinion. That one's gonna be the third foul going against Matthew Krishnan, who's had a wonderful game for India. He currently has 19 points. You did see him look like he was getting a little tired there near the end of the third quarter. He has played 25 minutes already in this game. And dig in defense, no surprise, and that's gonna be a travel though. Yeah, didn't put the ball down before his pivot foot came up. Krishnan, penetration, kicks it out, almost turns it over. That's a tough shot, but it's good. Nice shot there by Hafiz. And they go inside again. Well, he is human, folks. That is the first miss of the game as Krishnan just goes all the way to the basket. So a little bit of light and energy coming from this India team. Now they only trail by 1 with that basket, and 21 points for Krishnan in this game. He's having a wonderful game. Really trying to will his team to win. Abdul Gabbar. Nice hands as they were trying to go inside again to Aswelim. Well, out of bounds. There's not a ton of time on the shot clock. They're almost gonna have to tip it in. They get it. And I think it might have counted had it touched the rim, but it didn't, so that's gonna be called a shot clock violation. And India now with the first time, I believe, in this second half for them to take the lead. Oh, penetration, spin move, that's a tough shot, well off the mark. So they couldn't pull it off there. Now they got to get back and defend, and they do as they come up with the steal. So lots of time left in this game. Don't need to start rushing difficult shots or forcing things, as there are many, many possessions left to play here tonight. Tough shot, offensive rebound, almost got tipped out, but it didn't. And now taking it all the way, not able to finish. And it looks like Ashur, that is number 55, yeah. Abdul Malik Ashur is hobbling after that layup, and he's not moving. Let's see if we can see anything. Well, maybe he landed awkwardly on his right ankle. Well, he's come out of the game, so hopefully it's nothing too serious. Krishnan, penetration, finds the shooter in the corner, wide open. That shot's off the mark, and ball back. Abdul Jabbar hasn't scored in a while here, and not able to convert that shot. And Krishnan mentioned it, he looked like he was getting tired at the end of the third, but he's still trying to do everything here. Oh, nice little bounce pass to the big man. And India now with their first lead of the second half, I believe, as that 2 points. Look at this hang time pass somehow found the big man, no one around, miscommunication as Aryan does not miss a layup that close to the basket, and a timeout called. And we saw that's Ashur, he went down. He definitely landed awkwardly on his right foot or ankle, I believe. Well, let's listen in.
It's a one-on-one game. And staggered screens on defense. Yeah? And try to read. Listen, if we're guarding somebody's underneath the rim, go home everywhere. Yeah, got it? We don't need to help if we give somebody a drive there. Yeah? Got it? Play our best. Ali is in for Hazem. Yeah? Swelen for Kai.
Well, I mentioned I thought it was the ankle, but it seems like he's getting ice on his quad. So not sure if he just received a tough dead leg Charlie horse, a hit. Who knows, but hopefully we'll see him back in the game. If not, hopefully it's nothing too serious. Well, Aryan, nothing really he can do. I talked about it. They're having a tough time defending the big man, number 12 for Saudi Arabia. And he's definitely provoked a lot of fouls. Just sort of off-ball fouling action when he receives the ball in the post as well. Anyway, Saudi Arabia with a new shot clock and ball inbounded. And I think that is going to be an over and back. Yeah, nice hands there. Went off the leg of number 10, Khalid Abdel Gabbar. So ball back to India. They have a 1-point lead, and this game is exciting. We have just over halfway through the fourth quarter. But another turnover and a foul. Oh man, turnovers. They've done a much better job, but they have 19 in the game. And you know, if they end up losing this game, India, they're gonna be able to look back and say, man, it was because of all those silly turnovers we had. Well, if you're looking at the statistics, India have led for 11 minutes of this game compared to 21 minutes for Saudi Arabia. So they really have been in the lead most of the game. But now for the last couple possessions, India with that slight 1-point lead, as the referees are going to take a quick review here. I think they're trying to see if it's an unsportsmanlike foul. I don't think so, because I don't think he was really intending to foul either. And sort of momentum sort of took him. But that's why they have video replay, so they can check these things. Well, I was wrong. It has been changed and upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul. So 2 shots along with the ball, as stepping to the line is number 23, Falata. So back up 1 and the ball. Can they convert? And tough shot, but that's who's there for the offensive rebound. And he misses, but he gets the second one to go. See, he misses that one, but don't worry, he sticks with it. So now India trailing again by 3. And strong take isn't able to convert. Now they're gonna need to get a stop, need to get back on defense, find shooters. Well, can't go under screens against a man like that who's had a great game is Matna Al-Marwani. And he has 15 points on the night, as you see that. Hasn't shot the 3 ball incredibly great. But shooters shoot, and that's what we saw right there. Now India, tough shot off the back of the rim. India now, lots of time left, but you don't want to let this game get out of hand. And a foul is going to be called. So that's going to be the 4th team foul. No fouls for Saudi Arabia. So they have fouls that they can use if they want to not give up any easy baskets or easy penetration. Definitely don't want to foul on the shot, but you can foul to take time off. And timeout called, so let's go ahead and listen in.
Definitely. Look, from a 53, we cannot organize open. He again called, you want to make a screen here. We don't know what we play. We don't know what we play. Because you cannot organize. You cannot say, I say chess. Who is here? Nobody come up. Who's come up? Ready now. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Fight on 3, 1, 2, 3.
stop. They're in a 2-3 zone out of this timeout. And that is not the stop that I think Coach Matic wanted from his players. They just let the player of the game, in my mind, Mohamed Al-Zwilem, post up where he wanted, and he has not missed a lot. Now India, tough little jumper from the elbow is no good, and I talked about it. They're trailing 8. 8 points is nothing. It's 3 possessions, really. There's still so much time left, but you're gonna have to get stops, and you're probably gonna have to get consecutive stops and scores if you want to claw your way back into this game. Well, that is a stop. Unfortunately, they give it right back, though, to Saudi Arabia. And now Saudi Arabia are obviously going to use as much clock as they can, as the clock is in their favor compared to India. And that three-point shot off the mark. I don't think you need to shoot threes. In my mind, you just get the ball inside to your big man, number 12, who has been the all-star of this game for sure, as Krishnan misses his three-point shot attempt. He's had a great game. Felt like he's cooled off a little bit. I also think he got a little bit tired as this game has gone on, because he has given his all for most of the game, and I think fatigue is starting to set in. Well, another turnover. And they do a good job, though. I thought they were going to give up an easy basket, but they're able to fight back, get a stop, but that's going to be a foul, which is not worrisome because Saudi Arabia now only have 1 team foul. So they have a bunch of team fouls to use, and definitely I think you should use them to prevent an easy layup or an easy basket opportunity for India. Three-point shot by Krishnan. Maybe he heard me saying, I think he's getting tired. He's trying to prove me wrong, and prove me wrong he did, as he knocks down another one of his three-point shots. 24 points on the night for him. Abdel Gabbar, no idea how he saw his shooter. And how about that, as he flexes, and he deserves to flex because he just has been putting on a show. You know, India has some tall players who are relatively the same height, and he just moves the skinny man away from him. I think that was number 36, Aryan from India, as he flexes after that M1. If there's anything I can say about number 12, Mohamed Al-Zwilem's game, is he's not shooting the free throw very well, but he's been doing everything else very well. So I guess we can't all be perfect. He does have 25 points, 11 of 13, and 10 rebounds. So a big double-double already for the big man. Oh, so the referee is now taking an opportunity to check to see if this was a three-pointer or if his toes were on the line, and it will only be a two-pointer. Well, it was a 3. So 1 free throw now. Minute 27, a lot can happen. Currently trailing by 7. So either way, it's a 3-possession game, even if he makes or misses this, and he makes it and keeps his hand up on that one. So another point for the big man, as India now, they don't want to take too much time off the clock, but they also don't want to rush and get a bad shot or a turnover, and a turnover is what they come up with. So Saudi Arabia, they're probably going to use as much of the shot clock and game clock as they can. Abdel Gabar, they go inside, and he is fouled, so he's going to go back to the free throw line. And not sure what's going on here. 52.2 seconds remaining in the game. They said there's 50, so there was 52, now there's 53.4, so added a little bit more time, but things are definitely getting difficult now. India, they got to get down, and they got to get a good, quick look, though. And definitely not turn the ball over. That's the most important thing, which they have done the last couple possessions. Saudi Arabia, though, they're defending tough. They know this game isn't over, even though they're up 9. And three-point shot is good. So they're still alive, folks. India with a big three-point shot. That's Sandhu who knocked it down. And they need a steal, really. And if anything, they don't want to foul too late. There's about 6-second shot clock, game clock differential as Abdel Gabar drives in and an unsportsmanlike foul is called. So Abdel Gabar is going to the free throw line. So he makes his free throw. And now a timeout called by Saudi Arabia. Maybe he wants to, there's 12.5 seconds left. His team is up 8. Maybe he wants to try and run something, so let's try and listen in.
لازم نسجل هالسله كرمال النقط بعدين على الفيبا. Okay, it's very important to score this basket.
Here we go. Hey, we got Swalem here, we got Khalid here, Mutanda White, and who's this? Ali. Watch. We're gonna just zip her and try to throw it inside to Swalem right away. See that?
No, again.
So we're gonna zip. You're gonna zipper scheme Khalid, and we're gonna go try inside.
Okay.
Hey, if the pass is not there, Wash. If the pass is not there, you pass to Khalid. Yeah, got it. Pass to Khalid, and I want you now then to you come back to the Boston. There's 12 seconds. Yeah, go here, Wash. Got it? So inside zipper or two-man game, you two. Here we go.
We have 3 fouls to give if they have the ball. So use them as wisely. Don't let them score. Let's go. Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Well, looks like it. Wants to run a last second play. But lots of time on the shot clock, or on the game clock actually. 12.5 seconds remaining in this game. And India come out into a zone. And, well, not exactly the way coach drew it up, but it works either way, as now Saudi Arabia are up 11. And time just winding out. And that is it, folks. Well, I know it was an 11-point win. If you were watching the game, it was a lot more exciting and a lot more back and forth. So, Saudi Arabia with a win at the end of this game over India. As India 60, Saudi Arabia 71 here tonight. And some big-time performances. I talked about it a little bit. The game was definitely a lot closer and a lot back and forth, even though you did feel like Saudi Arabia maybe had control the majority of the game. But India really did give it all they had. I think just a little bit too many turnovers at the end of the game, and they couldn't make up for all those turnovers, because when they didn't turn the ball over, they had good looks, and they definitely scored, as you see from their shooting percentage. 46%, that's not terrible. No surprise, Saudi Arabia 56% because of their big man, number 12, who was superb tonight. And there you see the turnovers. So India did a lot better job. They only turned the ball over 8 times in the second half. Well, Krishnan, number 10 for India, big night, 24 points. But it's number 12 from Saudi Arabia who really stood out for me, Mohammed Al-Zwilam, with 27 points. He was almost perfect, almost, I say, as he shot 11 of 13 and 10 rebounds. And let's not forget, Abdel Gabbar really set the tone and found his teammates all game long, as he ends with 8 assists to go along with 9 points and 5 rebounds. Also, number 6, he was the high scorer at halftime for Saudi Arabia. Mathna Al-Marwani, he had a double-double as well, 17 points and 10 rebounds. And they're all smiles because they know that they finished window 6 on a high night with a win over India. As we see some of the highlights of the second half and some highlights from India, definitely the performance by Arvind Matthew Krishnan, number 10, 24 points. Maybe quiet, was a little bit more quiet in that fourth quarter, but he really played his hardest and his heart out trying to will his team to a win, but unfortunately they were just not able to come up with it tonight. And you saw Rawat, number 15, he had 10 points and 2 rebounds shy of a double-double with 8 boards for India. Well, it has been a fun window, folks, here for the FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian qualifiers. We know who are moving on. Unfortunately, neither India or Saudi Arabia will be at this year's FIBA Basketball World Cup, which starts August 25th, and it is being played in the Philippines, Japan, and Indonesia. So 31 of the 32 teams have already been decided, folks. And from Asia, that is Australia, China, Lebanon, New Zealand, Jordan, and Iran, along with the hosts, Japan and Philippines, are going to be representing the Asian qualifiers. There's 11 of 12 spots from Europe so far decided. Big games tonight in Europe. Serbia, it's a must-win situation. Belgium, also a must-win situation. So it's either going to be Belgium or Serbia. So New Zealand finishing top of Group E with an 8-2. Lebanon 7-3, Philippines 6-3, as Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and India round out that group. And there it is, the road to the World Cup. Well, that one spot in Europe, you see it there on your screen, that will be determined tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in as we say good night, but not for long. Thank you and take care.